Saturday. Happy Easter. Turn that down a bit. Cool. Letting everyone join. Let me know in the comments if you're following me, watching the video. Hi Megs. Good morning Megs. Hope you're doing well. Eliza, darling, good morning. Send me a little message, let me know how you're feeling today. Easter weekend. Good morning, Helen. How is everybody? Let me turn down. So, hi Lizzie. So this morning's class, I've designed this one around lower back pain, any stiffness, any aching. It's something that I deal with on a daily basis. Got Jack here too, Helen and Jack. Welcome guys. So lower back pain is something that I deal with, and I've found that being in self-isolation, I've been sitting quite a lot. I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of puzzles, a lot of study on the computer, and I'm not being as active as I usually am, so my lower back is getting quite achy, and I am sleeping a bit longer. I'm able to sleep in, so today's class is for stretching and loosening up, and yeah, hopefully it feels good for you. Even if you don't have lower back issues, it should just be nice to work on that area. So we're going to start with a little warm-up first. So we're going to begin standing. So just take yourself to the middle of your mat today. Take your feet hip-width distance apart, spread your toes. Feel yourself nice and grounded, all four corners of your feet here on the mat. Slight bend in your knees. You can keep your eyes open or you can close them. We're not going to be doing anything too crazy here. So engaging your core here, tucking your tailbone under. We're going to relax our upper body, and we're just going to roll down into a forward fold with control, as slow as you can, just waking up the spine, taking yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. So keeping a bend in your knees here. Relaxing your shoulders and your arms and all your face muscles. Rolling down into a forward fold. You can generously bend your knees here. Just sway back and forth. You can grab your elbows and bounce or shake your head, just loosening up all the spine. We're going to drop our hands, relax them on the ground, and we're slowly going to roll up with control. So knees bent, rolling up. Feeling your spine stacking. Keeping Mula Bandha engaged, your deep pelvic muscles. Until we come up to the top, give yourself a shoulder roll. We're going to do that again. So just relaxing down, rolling bit by bit. Warming up your spine. Taking a free flow when you get into your forward fold. Find what feels good for you today. You can just hang there or you can move around. Take a few deep breaths. And then when
when you're ready, relax your hands back to the ground and roll up with control. Keeping your feet connected to the ground, all four corners. Once you reach the top, give yourself a shoulder roll. Alright, we're going to take a bit of a flow here. This is a Shakti flow, just 4 positions. So we start in child's pose. Make your way down into your child's pose. Hands out in front, forehead on the ground. This is position number 1. And then we bring ourselves through, close to the ground. Slide yourself through to Cobra. If you're already feeling quite warm, you're welcome to go into Up Dog. But this is just the warm up. So into Cobra. We're going to tuck our toes under. Position 3, we're pushing back into Downward Facing Dog. And position 4, we're coming to tabletop. All 4s. So we're going child's pose, Cobra, up to Downward Facing Dog, and down to all 4s. So we're going to take that flow a couple of times, warming up our spine. So starting in child's pose, hands out in the front, forehead to the ground. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, push yourself through to Cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, dropping yourself to all 4s. Exhale, child's pose. Very good. Let's do that again. Inhale, push yourself through to Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, dropping down to all 4s. Exhale, child's pose. Very good. Inhale, push yourself through to Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, Down Dog. Inhale, meeting on all 4s, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. One more round. Inhale, push yourself through to Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, Down Dog. You can pedal it out here. Feel a nice stretch down the back of your legs. And we take an inhale into our all 4s, tabletop position, and exhale, child's pose. So just roll yourself side to side here in child's pose. Feeling any tightness you might have in your hips or in your shoulders or your lower back today. We're going to take another flow. This is the 3rd flow of our warm-up sequence. So this one, we start in plank. We go plank, we chaturanga to Cobra or Up Dog, and then we go back into Downward Facing Dog. Up and over to plank, chaturanga to Cobra or Up Dog, Downward Facing Dog, and then we keep going. So we'll do that a few times also, warming up the body. Starting in plank, you can do plank with your knees down if you feel, if it's a bit too intense for you today to be up on your toes. So we inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Up Dog or Cobra. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, up and over to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Upward Dog or Cobra. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. So hold yourself here, take a few breaths. You should be starting to warm up now. You can wiggle yourself side to side or pedal it out. We'll do a few more rounds like that. Inhale, up on your toes, over into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, up and over to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Lower down to your knees. Take a child's pose. Bringing palms together into prayer. Up and over to the back of your head. Walk your elbows forward, feeling that stretch in your triceps. Taking a few breaths here. So it's quite cool where I am here this morning, and so I've got all my windows and doors closed, air conditioner turned off, so I've made myself a little bit of a hot yoga studio in here, just to warm me up. Rising up onto your knees, we're going to take our last flow in our warm-up sequence. So make your way up to standing at the front of your mat. Hands to heart, feet together. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We're going to step the right foot back into a high lunge. You can drop your back knee if that feels good for you today, or keep yourself risen. You can leave your hands at your heart, or you can reach up and with a slight back bend. So we're stepping the right foot back into our high lunge, and then we're taking a twist to the left. So we're looking over our front leg and looking back to our left hand. So twisting over our front leg. Then we're coming back up to our high lunge. And then we're sweeping our hands back and through, keeping your core engaged, your neck long, creating a straight line from the top of your head down to your right heel. And then we're stepping back together, hands in prayer. Very good, we're going to do that on the left. So inhale, step the left foot back, arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, open and twist to the right, looking back over that right hand. Inhale, arms back up to center. Take your lunge a bit deeper. Exhale, sweep the hands back into our, it's like a little birdie this one, making us looking down at your right big toe, straight line from the crown of your head to the heel of your left foot. Inhale, step yourself back up to the front, hands to prayer. Take an inhale and an exhale. So we're going to do that flow a couple more times, and then we'll get stuck into our lower back stretches. So inhale, step the right foot back, high lunge. Exhale, open over the left, look back towards the right fingers. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, sweep your hands back, palms towards the ground, fingers spread, straight back. Inhale, step yourself back up to the front, hands in prayer, and exhale. Left side. Inhale, step back, high lunge. Exhale, twist over the right leg, look back over the right hand. Inhale, high lunge. Drop yourself a bit lower. Exhale, leaning forward, sweeping your hands back. Engage your core. Straight spine. Inhale, meeting at the front of your mat. Hands in prayer, exhale. Let's go one more time. Inhale, stepping the right foot back, high lunge. Slight back bend, looking up between your hands, core engaged. Exhale, opening up over the left leg, looking back over the left shoulder.
keeping your neck long. Inhale, hands up, high lunge, take it a bit lower. Exhale, sweep the hands back, creating a long straight line from your heel to your crown. Inhale, meeting at the front of your mat. Hands in prayer, exhale. Last time on the left side. Inhale, stepping the left foot back, high lunge. Exhale, opening up over the right, looking back over the right shoulder. Inhale, hands up, lunge a little bit deeper. Exhale, sweep the hands back to your flat back, little birdie. Inhale, meeting at the front of the mat, hands in prayer. Exhale, release. Give yourself a little shake. Take a few shoulder rolls. You can lift your legs, roll a bit out there. It's a nice little warm up. I'm definitely building some heat in this little room. We've got Sophie, we've got Kirsty, we've got Mal, Lena. Fantastic. Welcome everybody. Now we're going into our stretches and our flow for our lower back stiffness, any pain. We've got Sonia as well. Gorgeous. All right, so make your way down to laying on your back now. We're going to be laying on our backs with our knees bent, feet resting on the ground, knees towards the ceiling. So take yourself back. Now, grounding your feet, try and bring them as close to your bottom as possible. Lift your lower half off the ground and tuck your tailbone under. So you're wanting to get rid of that lower back arch and then place your lower back onto the ground and then release your glutes. So you should feel there should be no gap. You shouldn't be able to put your hand through underneath your lower back. It should be flat to the ground. Engage your core and that helps you tuck it under, flattening out our spine here. Take an inhale, bring your knees up to your chest, give them a hug, rock side to side here, releasing, starting to release any tension or stiffness in your lower back. You can do some circles with your knees, one way and then the other. We're going to bring our hands between our knees, grabbing the insides of our feet. We're taking ourselves into a happy baby here. So grabbing the insides of your feet, opening out your legs, flexing your feet, and trying to pull your knees back to the ground beneath you. So holding happy baby, you can rock yourself side to side, touching your knees on the ground one by one if that feels good for you. This is such a nice pose, a nice stretch. One of my favorites. Continuing to breathe, relaxing the muscles in your face. Holding now, one more inhale and exhale. Gently releasing your feet back down to your body, bringing your knees together and planting your feet back down on the ground. So we're going to take a twist here. We're going to lift our right leg up and over our left. So we've crossed our legs, our knees are close together. We're going to, grounding that left foot, we're going to lift and drop our hips a little bit to the right. We're going to drop our legs and our knees over to the left for our twist. Arms out to the side, palms facing the ceiling, taking your twist. If you're able to wrap your legs completely around each other into an eagle bind, go ahead. It might be a bit too intense for your knees, but find your twist to the left. Completing this posture, we're going to take our view
our drishti and look over to our right fingers, holding here and breathing. Trying to keep our right shoulder on the ground. Keeping our breath deep and slow. Just letting go of any tension. Relaxing the muscles in your face and your jaw. On our next inhale, we're going to bring ourselves back up to center. Lift your hips and bring them back to the center. Untwist your legs and find your setup for the next side, over to the right. So lifting your left leg up and over the right, grounding that right foot, lifting your hips, dropping them slightly to the left, taking the bind of eagle if your legs will allow you to today, and twisting over to the right. Complete the pose by looking to your left, over your left fingertips. Trying to keep that left shoulder grounded. Breathing deep. Relaxing your face muscles and your jaw. Relax your tongue and your neck. Feel if you're holding in your hips here or your inner thighs, and notice and relax. Taking an inhale, bringing yourself back up to center. Bringing your hips back to the center, undoing your bind, and bringing your feet back up to as close to your bottom as you can. We're going to open our knees wide, bring the soles of our feet together. This is a reclined butterfly pose. So keeping your arms out to the side, we're going to take a few breaths in this beautiful hip opening stretch. Yourself side to side if you feel like you want to have a little bit of movement. Otherwise, be happy in stillness, be content in our stillness. Inhale and exhale. Bringing our hands to the outside of our legs. Slowly help your knees and your thighs lift back up to center. Bringing our knees together, lifting our hips, tilting our pelvis forward to flatten out our back again. Feel that there is no gap, no space. Engaging your core, tilting your pelvis under. We're going to push our knees together, our ankles together. We're lifting our legs and we're straightening them up to the ceiling. Feet flexed here, arms down by your side. Keeping your core, your mula bandha slightly engaged, not completely. We're not wanting to put a whole lot of tension into that area. Just a gentle squeeze helps to protect the lower back and the pelvis. So you can even scoot your bum up a little bit. You can feel that your lower back is touching the earth. Flexing your feet here. This is an active hold. So the front of your shins are engaged, your thighs are engaged. You can feel your lower back flat. And just enjoy the sensation of the blood running out of your feet and back into your body.
here for a few breaths. I'm just going to turn down my music a bit. Here we go. Inhale and exhale with control, slowly bending from your knees, making our way back to planting our feet on the ground. Feel what happens to your lower back as you move, trying to keep it flat onto the earth. Now we can reset our position. Scooting your heels as close as you can up to your bottom. Lifting our shoulder blades up and under. So opening up your chest here. We're setting up for bridge pose. So feet grounded, shoulders tucked under, flat back. Hands resting at your side, palms down. We're going to engage our core and slowly start lifting, tilting from your pelvis, feeling vertebrae by vertebrae lifting off the earth and up towards the sky, keeping your knees at hip distance apart, tucking your shoulders under if they've moved. Finding your bridge pose and holding here, engaging your glutes and your hamstrings. Take an inhale. On the exhale, slowly start to release back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. You want to feel your lower back like a wave. The last thing to hit the ground is your tailbone. And then we'll set ourselves up to do that again. Inhale. Slowly lifting pelvis up, lower back, middle back, shoulders, up to your bridge pose. Holding here now. If you're wanting a little extra, tucking your shoulders under, bringing your fists to grip underneath you along the ground. So bringing your hands together, pushing up, will of under engaged, relaxing the muscles in your face and your jaw. Breathing here. So finding the position you want for your hands today. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Little by little. Wonderful. We're going to do one more of these. Finding your realignment, bringing your feet back, shoulders under. Taking your inhale and slowly lifting from the pelvis, lower back, middle back, upper back onto your shoulders. Not putting any pressure in your head here. We're protecting our necks. The weight is being held and distributed between our shoulders. So taking your bridge, gripping your hands underneath your back if that felt good for you, or leaving your hands by your side. You can even, if you want, putting your wrists up underneath your bottom, if you're flexible enough to go up there. And hold. Taking a breath in. And on the release, exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. Fantastic. Windshield wiper your legs here. There's a lot of work in the glutes and the hamstrings, so just give your legs a bit of a shake. Stretch your legs out long, pointing your toes, arms up and overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch here. That's all the work we're going to be doing on our backs today, so enjoy this nice little stretch. Let out a yawn if you've got one in there. We're going to slowly make our way over onto our stomachs. So you can grab your knees, you can start rocking back to forth if you want to do a bit of a rock up here. That's giving your back a nice little massage as well, or you're welcome to just flip yourself over however you like today. We're going into reverse corpse pose. So flat down onto your belly, forehead onto the ground, arms out long in front of you. So feet together here, knees together, placing your forehead on the ground. And just rolling your head side to side here. loosening up your neck and giving your third eye a nice little massage. Taking an inhale now, we're bringing ourselves into Sphinx pose. So keeping your knees and your feet together, engaging your core here. We're bringing our elbows underneath our shoulders, palms, fingers spread, palms flat on the ground, into our Sphinx pose. Now if you've got a really sore lower back, like myself, or you're just feeling a little bit tight there today, open your legs up. The wider your legs go here, the less pressure it is in your lower back. So if you're feeling good today and you're able, keep your feet together. Otherwise, you're welcome to open your legs slightly here to release some pressure on the lower back. So holding strong here in your Sphinx. All the weight is in your arms and your elbows. You're wanting your shoulders down, your neck long. So our shoulders are pushing up and away. We're not wanting to be hunched down here with our shoulders near our ears. Push up and away, focusing on a point on the mat in between your hands. And you don't want to have your back and your core completely relaxed here. By doing that, you'll just be falling into this back bend with no support or no help for your lower back or spine. So engage your core, so the lower core here, Mula Bandha. So as if you're trying to hold on to a Wii. It feels all those muscles around your genitals and your anus and your lower belly. So that's what we're engaging here. Your stomach might slightly be lifted off the ground, but that's good. This is an active pose. One more breath here. And on the exhale, we're pushing back into puppy pose. So leaving our hands and arms where they are, we're lifting back onto our knees. And our bottom's in the air. You can scoot your legs forward a little bit if they're too far away. Pushing back here. This is a nice big stretch for the shoulders and the lats. Opening up here, pushing our bottoms up into the air. Forehead resting on the ground. Allow your chest to drop as far as it can to the earth. Now if you've got a very flexible back, you can overdo this position. So we don't want ourselves to just be completely relaxed and plonking onto the ground. That's just a bit too much. So make sure that you've got the muscles in your triceps and your lats slightly engaged and holding you in a nice little balance. So you should still feel the stretch, but we're not completely relaxing into the back bend. Very good. One more breath here. On the exhale, I want you to walk your hands back to meet your knees. Very good. We're going to take a rotation twist for the upper scapula now. So bring yourself to the middle of your mat if you're not there already. We're opening our knees out wide. We're coming onto our hands, so toes together, knees as wide as the yoga mat. We're going to place our left hand directly below us in the middle. We're going to open up to the right. So taking that right hand up to the ceiling, looking up to your right thumb if that feels nice for your neck. If it's a bit too much, you can look directly to the side or back down at your left hand. We're going to thread the needle here. Taking our right hand through, past our left arm into a nice twist. Using that left hand to ground and plant, allowing us to push away from the earth and get more of a twist. Relaxing your head gently on the earth. And trying to push that left shoulder up to the ceiling. If you're wanting a little bit more, you can have that left hand flat out in front of you. Or if you're wanting a little bit more, you can take a bind. So that left hand reaches up to the ceiling. You rotate your hand so it's facing towards the back. And you bring it down and see if you can get your fingers into the hip crease of your right leg. That's our bind. So deep breathing here. Not clenching anywhere in the face or the jaw or the neck. Relaxing into this twist. You're going to take an inhale, release the bind if you're there, planting the left hand back to the ground, using it to push yourself back up to center, opening back up to the right. Inhale, exhale, bringing your hands down. Do that on the other side. So right hand plants in the middle in front of you, opening up to the left. Left hand to the sky, looking up to your hand. Or if you're next sore, finding your gaze down to your right hand. We're gonna thread the needle. Exhale, bringing yourself through. Using that right hand to push your shoulders, getting more of a twist. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Staying here if it feels good, or taking your right hand out to the front, or taking your bind by lifting your hand up to the ceiling, rotating that palm to face the back, and taking your bind, getting your fingertips into your hip crease. Finding your twist. Breathing deep. Don't clench your jaw. Take an inhale. Exhale, release your bind if you're there. Bringing your right hand back to plant on the ground next to your face. Lifting yourself back up, opening to the left, and bringing our hands back down. Very good. So putting the weight in your palms now, bringing your knees together, sitting back onto your heels. Take a nice big breath here. We're just going to lift ourselves up and bring ourselves onto our bottoms. So bring your legs through. Legs directly out in front of you, feet flexed, Dandasana, staff pose. So you can move the fleshy parts of your legs and your bottom out to the side if you want to feel your sits bones grounding on the earth. Palms to the ground, feet flexed, active pose here, Dandasana. Taking an inhale, reaching your arms up to the sky. Exhale, taking a forward fold. So you can have a slight bend in your knees here, gripping onto your feet or your ankles or your toes if you can. Otherwise, placing your hands on the ground, finding your forward fold. Breathing deep. One more deep breath here. Let go of your hold and just hang here for a second. Completely relaxed. And you can slowly walk yourself back up to seated. Spine nice and straight. Now we're going to keep our left leg straight and active. Active meaning foot flexed. We're going to bend our right knee and we're going to lift the inside of our right leg up to our chest. So you might need to watch me in this one. Our right foot is going to meet our left elbow crease. I'm going to wrap that hand around the outside of our right leg. Our right arm is going to come around the top of our right knee. And our hands will be sitting on top of each other. So if you can see me getting this position, I'll show you again. So we're bending our right leg. Right foot sits on the elbow crease of the left arm. Right arm around the outside of our knee and our hands meet. So we're pulling that right leg as close as we can to our chest. So in this position, we don't want to be hunching forward to meet our leg. If your leg is far away, that's fine. You don't have to be fully in your grip. You can hold your right foot with your left hand or your right hand on your right knee, and just, we want our back to be straight. So wherever you can be without being hunched over, find your stretch, keeping our backs long, shoulders down and neck long, engaging your core, left leg active, feeling this stretch in your right hip and down the right thigh. And just shake yourself side to side here from that hip joint. Just loosening up that hip joint, rotating from your waist side to side, keeping that left foot active. Just loosening up our hip joints here. So find stillness, take one more inhale, pull that leg closer to you if you can, keeping your chest open and your back long, and gently release. We'll do the other leg. So right leg active, bend your left leg, find your position. For today, one leg might be a lot tighter than the other, and that's all good. Just honor it how it is, exactly how it is today. Keeping your back long, chest open, shoulders away from ears, find your stretch. Breathing deep. When you're ready, give it its little shake, loosening up that hip. Alright, finding stillness. Take an inhale, pull that leg a little bit closer to you, and release. Fantastic. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. You can windscreen wiper them, give them a jiggle. Bring yourself to just cross-legged position, whatever's comfortable for you here. We're just going to take a side stretch. We're going to plant our left hand on the ground. Our right hand is going to come up and over. Up and over, walking our left fingers out to the side as much as you like. Keeping our right bum cheek grounded. We don't want that to be lifting, and see how far you can go today. If you can drop your elbow down, you might be nice and loose through your lats and your transverse abdominals. Looking up and under that right armpit, keeping our neck long. If you've got a bad neck, you can take your view down to look at your left arm. Feeling that stretch through your side body. Take an inhale, bring it back up to center, plant the other hand down, right hand to the ground. Walking your fingers out to the right, left hand up and over, looking under that left armpit or to the ground if that's more comfortable for your neck, feeling that nice side stretch. Keeping the left glute grounded, pushing away. If this is a nice easy stretch for you and your muscles are nice and limber here, using that right hand on the ground, push yourself away. So it's a very small movement. I'm not sure if you can see me doing it, but by pushing your body a little bit more to the left will intensify that side stretch if you want today. Taking an inhale, bringing yourself back up to center. We're going to twist again to the left. I want your right hand to meet your left knee, left hand behind you, nice and close to your bottom here, keeping your spine nice and straight. We're going to twist to the left, taking our gaze back over the left shoulder. Keeping your core engaged here. Using that right hand on the left knee to twist yourself around. Inhale, exhale back to center. Go the other way. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you, nice and close to your bum so you're not leaning back. You want your spine to be nice and straight. Shoulders down, neck long, take your twist. Completing the asana with your gaze over your back shoulder. relaxing the muscles in your face. Take an inhale. Exhale back to center. Now we're going to come up to standing. So planting your feet, bringing yourself up to the front of your mat, reaching our arms all the way up to the sky, taking a big stretch. Now I want you to open up your hands so they come to a T, and we're going to bring ourselves forward into a flat back position. This one you need to have your core engaged, keeping your spine straight. You don't want to have any arch in your back here. So reaching up, hands to the ceiling, and the exhale, slowly opening your hands up to a T and bringing yourself into a flat back position. So keeping your drishti, your gaze and your focal point down to the ground so that your spine is nice and straight. Arms out to the side. If that's a bit much for your arms, you can leave them on your hips or just have them resting lightly on top of your thighs. We're holding this flat back position, engaging the muscles from our shoulders down to our glutes. Slight bend in the knees. We're going to take an inhale here. Exhale, relax and forward fold. Shake yourself side to side here, loosen up any of those muscles. We're going to inhale and take ourselves back up to that flat back position, arms out to the side, engaging the core, flat backs here, neck long. On our exhale, we're dropping the hands, bending the knees, taking ourselves into one last reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Now from here, we're going to lift up onto our toes, so squeezing your knees and your ankles together, lift up onto your toes, hands in prayer. Find yourself a focal point out in front of you, something that's not going to move. We're doing a balance here to finish off into our savasana. So finding your focal point, we're going to start slowly bending our knees. So up on our toes, pushing our knees together, keeping our tailbone tucked under, slowly lowering yourself down into our squat. Very good. Staying up on your toes here, keeping your core engaged and your focal point in front of you. We're going to open up and twist to the right. So hands open up so that your right hand meets the outside of your right knee. Opening up to the right. Looking back over that right hand. And what we want to try and do here is keep our knees facing the front. If you can have a look back and see if your knees have maybe followed you around. Focus them heading straight towards the front. Use that left hand to keep them facing the front. Twisting open to the right. Inhale. Exhale back to the front, hands to heart. Opening up to the left, exhale. Staying up on our toes. It's a little bit wobbly. Knees staying towards the front. Inhale. Exhale back to center. And you can release. Taking yourself down to the ground. Finding your shavasana. So grabbing a few pillows if you wish, or some cushions. Switching off any lights that you might have on in the room. Finding your resting pose for today's class. Okay. Closing down your eyes, deepening your breath. Now today's meditation is to relieve any feelings of depression or any feelings of anxiousness in your thoughts or in your body. So making sure that you are in a comfortable position that you can lay in for the next 10 minutes or so. And in a place that you won't be disturbed for the duration of this meditation. Bringing your focus to your breath and really pay attention to how your lungs expand and contract when you inhale and exhale. Letting your breath flow however it wants to right now. Notice your jaw, and if you feel any tension here, just notice it. Don't try to change anything. Now breathe into the sensations in your jaw. And as you exhale, allow it to release a little. Inhaling again, imagine that you are breathing in new life. And when you exhale, let all fear completely fade. Take another breath in. And when you exhale, feel yourself let go of any worries. Notice how relaxed you are becoming. Let another breath come in naturally, imagining a bright future. And as you let go, notice how any unhappiness eases and fades. A gentle wave of relaxation sweeps over you as you breathe in and out, allowing your breath to flow naturally now. Let yourself feel calm and peaceful. You deserve this wonderful feeling of serenity. You are now open to receiving new thoughts, and you open up even more with each breath you take to new and fresh energy. Notice how the new ideas begin to present themselves to you. Bringing up a feeling now of abundance, as if you have so much that your cup pours over for others to enjoy the abundance you have created. Imagine that you are energized and have a real passion for life. Even if this is not true of your present self, imagine it vividly and with as much detail as you can. Seeing yourself full of energy and optimism. You can imagine it as if you are watching a movie of yourself, but see the colors brightly and watch yourself full of ambition, taking steps towards achievement. Staying with your breath and allowing your intentions to remain positive. Even if you don't feel this positive at this very moment, you can imagine what being joyful is like. We've all experienced it at one point in our life. And smile. lifting the corners of your mouth, breathing into this joy you are creating. And notice how you are consciously shifting any depressed or anxious thoughts instead into peaceful feelings, following your breath. Breathing deeply, letting your exhale completely relax you. Any thoughts that previously held you back become smaller and smaller. Watching your negative thoughts diminish little by little, as if you were riding away in a car and these negative thoughts are sitting along the roadside, shrinking into the distance as you ride away with ease. As you see them go, you are freed from their grip. If you have any more negative thoughts arise, drop them off on the side of the road by any creative means that arises, and just ride away, watching them grow smaller until they are consumed by the horizon. Allowing yourself now a few moments to just simply be. Notice and feel changes from this moment right now, and the difference between how you felt before you began this meditation. Your new thoughts find a new home within your inner being. Return your focus back to your breath for a final few moments. In your own time, and whenever you feel ready, slowly opening your eyes. Commend yourself for making these steps towards a better life today. Accept this wonderful change to your new life. Taking as much time as you'd like to just be in gratitude for several moments. Rolling onto one side, finding fetal position, using your top hand to ground and slowly push yourself back up to seated. Bringing your hands into prayer. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, love, truth, beauty and kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for sharing your Saturday morning with me. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I can already tell that my lower back is feeling a lot better after that. And happy Easter to everybody. It's a hard time not being able to get all of our families together for Easter, with all this social distancing and isolation and everything, but give someone a call, give your family members a call, have a Skype session, wish everyone happy Easter. We don't have to be in the same room to know that we're still loved and appreciated and held by our family. So much love to all of you. Happy Easter. Eat lots of chocolates. See you on Monday.